good evening, and welcome to our very first Spooky Stories episode.
Ooh, spooky.
Yes,
Vibes.
We
vibes.
are, of course, dressed up in a costume from like several years ago that we did with our first kid, lifeguard
Yep.
and a shark.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's a joke to be made. Being
We're your
lifeguards.
lifeguards through this spooky time.
What does that mean, though? We're your
We're
lifeguards.
here to save you.
Or save each other, depending.
Yes.
More than likely, I will need to be saved because I'm the biggest swim. But anyways, we asked you to submit your spooky tale, either your own or from someone you know, and we're going to read them. So we have...
the spooky bucket.
I had to reach down for it. The spooky little pail. And it has a little Halloween cat. Yeah. But inside are numbers correlating to the stories that we'll be reading.
That were submitted by you for you.
Honestly. So yeah, and with us we have a Mr. Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King. He has a little pumpkin hat topper, and
Poro,
of course, our Poro, who is Winnie the Pooh head only.
Strangle him.
No, yeah, show off the good.
So cute.
The Poro is just his tongue and Pooh Bear. Okay.
Yes.
Well, who do you want to go first? Do you just want to
hold on. Before we start pulling stories, are we giving our back? Are we doing our spooky story? Or are we doing that at the end?
Oh, yeah.
We also.
Do you have? All right, go for it. What's your spooky tale?
Oh my goodness! There I was, laying in my bed.
Okay, you actually have to not.
What? Like, do I need the little thunder maker? Yeah.
No, tell it casually.
Okay. There I was, laying in my bed.
That is the scariest thing I have ever heard.
There
Next.
I was, laying in the bed, the coffin, if you shall. No, anywho, I was laying in our bed, and
how long ago was this?
Oh, this was
several
like when
years
we
ago.
First got married.
Right before
we actually
got
married. So I mean, a lot going on. Anywho's, we were living together, and I was laying in the bed, and our door.
So, as
open.
in, it was like we
it
were
was
sleeping.
Like middle night.
Okay.
Middle of the night. We had already gone to sleep bed, and we were in an apartment, and our door opened, and then like a woman walked in to our bedroom.
Okay, I don't actually remember this.
You don't remember this?
No, I remember the other version.
Anyways,
with the boy.
I saw her walk in, and like I was trying to wake up and get up out of bed.
So you were laying on your back?
I was on my bed, fully like awake, and I walked, and the woman walked in, and I was like trying to scream or say anything, and I couldn't. And then you finally heard me like moaning, and then woke up and woke me up, but I was in sleep paralysis.
So do you remember what she looked like?
She was wearing like all like a dress, yeah,
like all white, like the classic.
Yeah, but that happened to me. So I had the woman walk in, and then in the same apartment, maybe a year or so later, I had it where a younger version of my younger brother walked in, and then like trying to like put something in my face, and then
now how creepy was that one?
It was still very eerie. Like it's.
Could you see his face?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How about the woman's? Was she?
I couldn't make the face on that one.
What was her hair like? Long,
it was
black,
veiled, white. Just white. It was like you. The wedding
was
dress.
It me?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh my god!
I think it happened another time here, but I don't remember anything being in the room.
No, I remember you being like,
right,
like stuck in the paralysis.
Yeah, but I can't remember if anything weird was happening in the room. Anyways, it seems to happen when I'm high stressed.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's
chill
eerie.
out, yo.
Yeah. What about you?
I forgot about the woman. That is actually What do you remember feeling?
Horrified, terrified.
Oh my
frightened,
gosh.
Scared, helpless.
And I obviously took a minute to wake up. Well, that might have been your first episode. I might not have
was the first one.
Because after that, then I was kind of trained. Whenever he'd moan, I'd wake up and essentially slap him.
That's all she had to do is slap me, and then I would gain function.
Oh my gosh! Do you have any? Is that your only?
No, you share one, and I got one more.
Oh no! Just keep going.
Oh, okay. I'll just do this whole podcast
terrify
myself.
Me even more.
So there I was, driving away from you and your,
so this is
current
high school
situation.
Calm down. Stop Just
I
talk
was alone
normal.
in my car
Okay.
after us leaving early from a movie night with her and her family, when suddenly, in the back wooded road, a deer?
Oh my gosh, you're actually butchering this
It
because of
wasn't
your
a deer.
weird.
No, it was so I was leaving your house from the
Mhm.
movie, and, it
So
was
late at night?
late at night. You guys I wasn't on the phone most of the time I was on the phone with you. This time I wasn't because I think you guys were still finishing up the movie. I had, like, class or something the next day, or work, I can't remember. But, so I was going on the back dirt road because you guys lived kind of in
Yeah.
the woods.
Think of like almost like a lumber road. It's that
Yeah,
kind of vibe.
dirt, a lot of potholes, you can't go
Woods
very
on both
fast.
sides, narrow dirt road, lots of bumps, so
Can't
super
even
shadowy.
Yeah, you can't really always see what's around the next corner because of the
Ugh,
twists and turns. You never know what's gonna catch your headlights.
truly.
Yeah. And so anyways, like, I was rounding this turn, and this black shape just ran across the road, didn't stop and look at me. But I'm used to living in the woods, so I know what deer look like. I know all sorts, but this one was just way different. The head was craned. I even got goosebumps talking
Oh my
about it.
gosh, like this actually made my
Yeah.
stomach flip just now.
Yeah, so, like, its head was craned down. So it was like a
Ugh.
shape of a deer, not a big deer, but like a deer, mostly black, almost like a shadow, head craned down low to the ground, but it was looking, like, forward, like, where it was going, and just quick as it came from left to right across the road and into the woods. It wasn't until we started doing podcasting about a year ago where we were looking into, like, cryptid and stuff like that, where I
Mm.
found out about not deer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I forgot that's you literally discovered.
That's
I
so it
think I
wasn't
had a not deer
I
experience.
had a
Oh my
not deer
gosh.
so it was, like, 6, 7 years later that I realized I probably encountered a not deer.
That
It
is
just didn't have anything to do with me because
good,
Jesus was with me and still
honestly.
is. Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Thank
reading
you.
some Bible
Thank you,
after this.
Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Why are we doing this? Anyways, those are I mean, besides, like, almost getting into a street fight and stuff like that, those are the most
Oh,
eerie.
that's not
Nah,
even
we don't even care about
scary.
that. Nah. That's fine. That's a different kind of scary. That's real life scary. What you
Let,
got?
let's see. Mine are really short. So the first one that comes to mind is I was, geez, elementary school, like no older than what you'd be for second grade. And so in our house, there were so many of us kids and we're all growing in and out of beds. So it was very common that we would just have floor beds. So there I was in bed, like about to go to bed, but the lights on. So like my sibling that I was with in the room at the time was getting ready for bed and my mom was gonna come in and say goodnight. But anyways, I'm laying sideways in my bed facing the center of the room, and so I'm pretty level with the carpet, which was like a longer, not quite shag, but definitely a longer carpet.
Mhm. I love shag.
But then maybe a foot or two from my face in the carpet, there's just a perfect foot impression. Just goes right into the carpet and then lifts up. And no one, obviously no one walked, and I didn't see any others.
So
And
you
no sounds or
saw it,
anything,
like,
but I saw literally, yeah, the
input
carpet went down, and
with
I would
no
say it was
foot
like a
there.
large man's foot. Yeah. And I can't remember. I think I told people, and I'm sure it was like, "Oh, it's fine, whatever." But, like, I do remember, like, staring for a bit and not moving, like, "What did I just see?"
Freaky.
Yeah, I still remember that to this day.
Alright, and that's the end of the podcast.
The
I
end,
hope
good
you
night. Honestly,
enjoyed.
I'm ready to be tapped out. I'm the biggest
Wow.
wimp, but it's a big month for me, y'all. I'm playing my first horror game too.
Ah,
I'm trying to be brave, okay?
she's got this.
No, let's see. The second one was probably high school. I might have known you, but I was doing laundry at night and all of my family was out at a fire. You might have been there. But anyways, so I'm alone in the house doing laundry and I didn't hear it, but like I heard it and I knew who it was, but it didn't sound like anything. But like in the back of my head, like in my mind, my brain, whatever,
Yo.
like someone was saying my name, Kennedy, and I knew it was my grandmother who had passed. And like I kind of like brushed it off the
Ooh.
first time, but then like the second time it was louder. But again, I didn't like hear it, but I knew it was being said and I could like
I was there that night.
feel just the whatever emotion, the weight, whatever sensation it brought. I like felt it. I just dropped my clothes and ran because one, she's dead, and I'm not like hearing it, but I'm hearing it, and yeah. So that's it for me.
Well, if you aren't already freaked out,
they're like, please,
this
is sugar water.
This is sugar water. You wouldn't believe. One day I woke up and there was a person walking upside down on the ceiling with 3 faces. Okay, I don't know if that's real. I hope that's not.
Oh gosh. Well, anyway, so we're going to get into your guys' spooky stories, and we have just enough to where I'm probably not going to sleep tonight or tomorrow night.
We don't need sleep.
No. This like
you can tell if I'm stressed because I'll start like squishing.
Like, I'm the kind of person, I watched Paranormal Activity 3 years ago, and I probably slept with the lights on for a solid 2 weeks after that.
I got scared playing a pumpkin farm game not too long ago.
The free to play.
It was a wonderful time.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, okay. Let's go ahead and take one glasses off so it's easier to see.
Oh, you want to see my beautiful my eyes are gone.
I don't know if our little white zinc noses are coming through, but they're there. We're committed.
Yep.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, my hair is beautiful tonight
in the red light.
Okay, so how this is going to work, I'm going to draw a number. This is not the whole story, if you were concerned. And I saw a ghost. No, this is just a number. It's going to correlate to a dock. I have the number 8. All right. So we're going to keep this anonymous. I'm not going to tell you who submitted this or anything like that.
No, and we have a variation. We've got some long. We've got some very long. Some short.
Yeah.
So
8 looks like a longer one. So here we go. I'm going to do my best to read it. I'm not a great public speaker.
No, just, yeah.
But here we go. And I have not read these at all.
No, not read.
So I don't know any of these. I want to start this by saying I've never believed in ghosts. I'm a boring, practical person, studied engineering, work a 9 to 5, don't even like horror movies. But something happened to my cousin last winter that completely shook my skepticism. I've never seen him the same since. He's 20. Dude, if you could zoom in on this is why I'm wearing shorts. The amount of goosebumps I have right now is wild. You know why? I'm almost 29. The coincidence? I hope not. Anyways, he's 29, lives alone in a small 1-bedroom apartment just outside Portland. It's nothing fancy, white walls, beige carpet, 2nd floor unit. He moved in during the fall after a breakup, so he was already dealing with some heavy emotional stuff. I bring that up only because some people say that sleep paralysis is
how fitting.
Oh, heavens. No, not me. The goosebumps thicken. Okay.
They're still there.
They thickened. They hardened like armor. Well, only I bring this up because people say sleep paralysis is stress related. Yes, I would agree. But what he experienced went way beyond that. He told me the story 2 days after it happened, and I'm writing it down exactly how he described it because even remembering it makes me uncomfortable. Said it started around 3:40 a.m. according to his clock. He had gone to bed just after midnight. No drugs, no alcohol, nothing weird. He remembered turning over in bed, faced the wall, feeling like he had finally gotten into a deep sleep. Then out of nowhere, he woke up, except he couldn't move. He knew instantly it was sleep paralysis. He had it maybe once before, years ago. It was short-lived. This time was different. He was lying on his side, completely unaware of his surroundings, heart pounding, but totally frozen. He couldn't blink, couldn't twitch, couldn't even swallow. And then he felt the room change.
No.
The best way he could describe it was like the air became denser. There was pressure in the room, like something had taken all the oxygen and replaced it with static. It wasn't a sound exactly, but his ears were buzzing and he could feel it in his chest. That's when he saw her. In the corner of the room next to the closet was a little girl.
Oh my gosh. What is it with the girls?
I don't know. Maybe 7 or 8 years old. She wasn't glowing or transparent or anything dramatic. That's what made it worse.
I was going to say that
solid,
would almost help it.
Real and tangible. I would agree. She was standing barefoot on the carpet facing him with her hands folded behind her back. She was, in fact, smiling. He described her smile as wrong. Not sinister like a movie, but stretched too wide like she was forcing it. Like she didn't actually know how to smile, but had seen someone do it and was copying it. Her skin looked waxy like a doll left in the sun, and her eyes didn't move. They were fixed on him. Then she took a step forward. He couldn't breathe, not because she was doing anything. He just couldn't. His chest wouldn't raise. She took another step, slow and deliberate, like her legs didn't quite work. And that's when he noticed something he hadn't before. Her feet weren't touching the ground. She was hovering. She was
hovering.
A floating girl. She's hovering just barely.
No big deal.
Maybe half an inch. If I sing this, if I read it like this,
yeah, we sing it.
That it's like a little leprechaun. Like it could almost be missed, but it was there, and she
Stop
moved.
It.
Okay, I was just trying to help.
We're here to get scared.
You're going. Well, I am too late. But it was there, and she moved, and her head didn't bob. Her head didn't bob. I just misread that. Her head didn't blob. Okay. Her body. Listen, we're all spooked. Okay, we would all pee our pants. A bed would need to be changed. Her body kind of glided, but her feet did this twitchy little shuffle, like she was.
Okay, calm down.
Like she was still trying to mimic walking. The buzzing in his ears grew louder. His vision started to narrow, like tunnel vision. And he said his entire body was screaming to move. I can relate. Everything says to move. You cannot. Just scream, anything. But he just laid there, eyes wide open, completely at her mercy. Hi, buddy. She stopped a few feet from the bed, still smiling. Then very slowly, she tilted her head to the side and opened her mouth. No sound came out. No scream. No whisper, just this gaping, open mouth, like she was unhinging her jaw. He said her mouth just kept going. Not cartoonishly large, but too large, too anatomically wrong. So, and still no sound. Then she began to lean towards him. Yep. He said it felt like hours, but it must have been less than a minute. He leaned down closer, and the last thing he remembered before it finally passed out, because yes, he blacked out, was her mouth right next to his ear, still wide open, still silent. He woke up gasping, sitting straight up in bed. It was light outside. His body was drenched in sweat. His sheets soaked through. He said it felt like he hadn't slept at all. Checked the time, 7:12 a.m., and immediately went to the bathroom to look at himself. He was pale, had dark bags under his eyes. And this is the part that gives me the chills. He had a small scratch on the side of his neck. Not deep, not bleeding, but fresh. He lives alone, no pets, no sharp edges on the bed frame. He hasn't had another episode since, and he has since moved from this apartment. But before he moved, he refused to sleep in the dark. He always had left a hallway light on and moved his bed to face the window so he could see the whole room when he woke up. He says sometimes he thinks of her when he goes to bed and wonders if she'll ever appear in his room again.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, number 8.
Thank you.
That was perfect for me to experience.
He really could relate. He's staring up the paper.
Can relate to number 8.
That right.
I will say, it does line up a lot with I didn't have a scratch or any. I don't remember any of them ever getting like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's good.
My younger brother did get close to me, but I'm glad you were there to wake me up all my times.
Yeah, that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'd wonder how long it would have gone for you if I wasn't there. Or
don't
how long.
Want to know about that.
Yeah, no. All right, my turn.
I got a runny nose apparently from that.
Yeah, careful, you've got your white nose. 2.
You're gonna have, and I think I saw a butterfly. It was so scary. There was butterflies flapping around.
Oh, it's a short one. Perfect. I'm gonna get all of the.
I'm gonna have to do a stand-up reading. My back's also to the door. She's in the corner. I can see the whole room. I'm like.
Okay, here we go. One time I was standing in my kitchen with my mom, and we were talking about a close family member who had passed several years earlier. All of a sudden, we noticed one of the kitchen lights above us turn on. Ugh, it was a light above the sink that we never used. Of course not. It just randomly turned on as soon as we started talking about her. We saw it as a little sign that she could hear us, and she was all good. I love the positive spin at the end. That's just Aunt Susie. Hi, girl. Honestly, I'm trying to think in that moment.
My Aunt Susie's still alive, by the way.
Oh. I don't know if I had an Aunt Susie. No, I don't know. It's like I'm trying to think. Like, that would still disturb me. I don't know if I could put a positive even
It's
if I
just
was
gotta
like
be God saying, "He's
I
thought
would
of you."
probably turn I would force myself
You can
almost
tell
like
I'm, like, defacing Poirot.
oh my gosh. Uh, yeah,
Well,
that's
I would take your story over sleep paralysis any day, a light flicking on.
thank you, number 2.
Thank you, number 2. Number 7.
Okay.
We're counting down to what? I can never imagine.
I don't know what number.
All right. My great aunt Nina was born in the 1910s. 7 of 8 children,
Wow.
blessed with strength, intelligence, and fierce loyalty. Sounds like a strong video game character. I am
Wow.
selecting Nina to be on my team. She was respected by both her family and her community. She was a businesswoman, a fisherman, a 3-time widow. Wow.
Wow.
And a strong Christian. She was the one who cared for everyone, her siblings, and later her parents when they fell ill. Aunt Nina never had children of her own, but she poured her love into her many nieces and nephews, especially those of her youngest brother, Woodrow, my grandfather. So Woodrow is this person's grandfather. To my brother, Lance, and themselves. She was an honoring grandmother. She helped us through the challenges of growing up in a divorced home, visiting us often and making sure we spent weeks with her each summer. Okay, so someone very close to the family, very loved, and very supportive of the family that needed it. She always baked for us, took us on drives to okay, there's not much words left, so there's gonna be a twist here. Took us on drives to fruit farms and let us eat as many blueberries and raspberries as we could pick.
Wow.
Yeah, this
We
is
should have
good.
ended with this
This
one.
is a good one.
Watch it just
She taught us how to fish and more importantly, how to cook what we caught. It wasn't
That's cool.
it isn't unusual for me to dream about my family. But one night I had a particularly vivid dream of Aunt Nina. She was standing at the end of my bed and then sat down gently on the edge. I don't remember any words being spoken, but her presence was comforting, warm, loving, and kind. She smiled the whole time. The next morning,
Interesting.
my mom called to tell me that Aunt Nina had passed away during the night.
Oh.
Looking back, I'm grateful that this was my last memory of her, peaceful, smiling, surrounded by love. Still freaky?
The smiling the whole time actually did give me some chills.
That could have went a different way. We just saw
I
smiling.
kind of wish we ended with that one. That one still
That is
is a
very
little
sweet.
unsettling.
Still a little because
I've
yes.
heard of stuff like that. I wonder what that is.
I don't know, man. Dreams are wild.
I was actually talking to someone who said that on 2 occasions, a family member who had passed in his life came to him in a dream, and the following day or days, the person that their family member had mentioned had passed in real life.
Oh yeah.
Like, what is that?
I don't know. It's your subconscious knowing that they
But like, how
passed,
are we that?
I don't know.
Like in advance?
Science can't prove anything in the spiritual realm.
Right.
Nothing.
Well, I don't know.
We know there's spirits.
I mean, like here's the
spirits
thing.
as in angels and demons.
Like, do you think it could be a good biblical sign, or is it like a evil creature that's trying to creep you out?
I from the reader and the writer's perspective, that didn't feel
right
nefarious.
Exactly. I don't know.
So I think that's an okay little, just maybe an angel or maybe God letter. I don't know.
Okay, it's my turn.
Go for it. How many of these do we have? We're
I
dying.
don't know. 3. I worked at a sandwich shop inside a Walmart. We shared a wall with the deli department, and the deli workers had stories. Of course they did, that deli department.
That's sketchy deli.
They'd occasionally see figures walking through their work areas and storage spaces, moving with purpose like they belonged there. The figures would round a corner into another area and never come back. When employees went to check, there was never anyone there. People didn't mention it when things were busy, but during slow shifts, the stories came up. Now, on this particular summer day, business was dead. Not just slow, completely dead. Hours passed without a single customer. I'd run out of things to clean or prep an hour ago. I was working alone that shift. Of course you were. And this was before doom scrolling was invented. So I was
Oh,
bored out of my mind.
we
Oh
invented
my
that?
gosh. That's
That's horrible to think about.
think if you're doom scrolling, you could miss the scary stuff. Anyways,
Yeah, good job, doom scrolling.
in the back room, a cramped space that served as a break room, storage, and prep area all at once.
Boom.
Oh my gosh.
Multi-purpose.
There was long stainless steel tables lined up against the walls. I was tired enough of idly standing on my feet that I decided to lie down on one. I knew I'd have to sanitize it afterward, but I wanted to feel the cool metal against my back and just rest for a minute. I lay down with my feet toward the employee door. Oh, that door is going to swing open. I'm calling it. The wall to my left. The metal was cold against my shoulders. I closed my eyes. It wasn't even a minute later before I heard it. A woman's trembling voice, perfectly clear, whispered directly into my right ear. So cold. Oh, I immediately opened my eyes in surprise, but the back room was empty. The fluorescent lights hung overhead. The refrigerator hummed in the corner. Nobody else was in the store. And it was an otherwise warm summer day. I didn't have the environmental ingredients to feel scared in that moment, not in the middle of the day in a Walmart. I wondered if I'd imagined it. Maybe I had been more tired than I thought. But the voice had been too clear, too close, too authentic in its despairing shakiness. And other things happened in that back room later on, things that make me certain I had heard something real that day. When I also think about the deli worker stories, about those figures that walked but never returned, something clicks into place. Something had told me what it felt that summer day. Cold.
I like how we ask for true stories.
Isn't it nice? We could just ask for fictional ones.
Maybe next time we ask, these are totally fake, not true. Don't be afraid.
I like that this person's like, I could have been scared, but there wasn't it was middle of the day and it was in a Walmart, so I wasn't scared. I mean, that does help.
I mean,
like if it was at night.
Imagine if you were at
and
night
it was all by yourself.
in a gas station in the middle of
like
nowhere.
I would have felt better probably being attached to like a Walmart.
Sure. Thank you, Walmart.
Thank you.
Because yeah, if I was at a 7-Eleven in the middle of nowhere.
Oh my gosh. And someone's just like, so cold.
And I laid down. Yeah.
Oh.
No. So
again, the woman though.
These
always
dang
a girl.
women evil. We continue on. We march.
Thank you, number 3.
Yes, that was number 3. I have number 4. Should I do a voice?
No, just read normal. And just nice and not too slow.
I go really quick when I'm nervous.
Yeah, don't go quick.
Our family moved to Florida in 2004. While en route on our cross-country drive, Francis hit, leaving a path of destruction.
Hurricane Francis.
Yep. The home we were supposed to be moving to was destroyed, leaving us with very few options short term. The home we ended up renting was less than ideal. The home was old.
Okay.
3-bedroom, maybe 2-bath. A 70s modular home with lots of wood paneling.
Ugh.
Lots of weird things happened in that home. I could tell you lots of things. Just a couple's fine, person. Just a couple. But 2 for me stand out. They were personal experience. Number 1. I shared a room with my brother. Both mattresses were on the floor. That
on the floor.
That's just me not being able to read. Floor, like the boots and the floor. No, okay. Both mattresses were on the floor.
Nice.
But we had a walk-in closet. I could hear scratching or tapping sometimes on the door. Just carpenter ants.
Yep.
Call it exterminator. When it was closed, but I wrote that off as just noises.
Oh my! How do people?
You'd have no choice sometimes. Like obviously,
How do
they're trying to survive from a
off?
hurricane. Like might not have a choice. The layout of the home was weird and hard to explain. When you walked into the front door, there was a room to the left, which we didn't really use as anything, as it has a big window and a built-in cabinets and shelves. But we did not have any furniture in there or anything. It was just open. The right was the living room and a sitting area. Master bedroom was on that side as well. Directly in front of you was a little alcove, sort of a 3-floor to ceiling walls. That is where the dining room table sat. You could walk about that alcove in a circle without any obstructions. If you sat at the table, you were and facing towards where the front door was, the kitchen was directly behind you. And to the right would have been an area with the shelves and cabinets, and then the hallway to the other two bedrooms and the bathroom. Okay, I'm kind of getting like almost like a circle floor plan here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everything is
Kind of
connected.
connected. Supposed to be. We'll see what happens.
Walls pop up.
Maybe. My bedroom was directly at the end of the hall with the bathroom right before it on the left. I could
Nice.
basically walk out of the bedroom and turn immediately into the bath. I don't know why this is giving me goosebumps. I'm just reading about this could be Zillow. I could be
end of the
reading a
hall
Zillow.
and by a bathroom. Not good combo.
No.
In an old house.
70s.
Wood paneling. The true horror.
Horror. Hope that all makes sense. We got it. I've heard of the Hat Man and shadow people.
What?
And I'm not sure if that is what I saw. But one night, everyone was in bed. I was up at the kitchen table. I believe I was reading or drawing, not sure. Something had me looking down. The only light on was the light above the table. I heard a noise down the hall. So I turned to look. I saw someone walking into the bathroom, a bit hunched. It was tall, so I figured it was my brother going to the bathroom. Even as a teen, he was 6 foot. So it was an easy assumption. I heard the sound of the door close. However, I noticed the light didn't turn on. Okay, well, maybe it's just muscle memory using the bathroom. A few minutes passed and didn't hear the door open. No flush, no water turning on. I got concerned. I went down the hall to check on him. The door to the bathroom was open. Weird. No one is there. I look over to our door, shut. I open the door to peek in, and my brother is under the covers. Could I have been imagining? I suppose. But I saw something solid. It was dark in the hallway, so it would make sense a person would be a dark shadow. The fact it was hunched, like someone who was half asleep, gave credit to the fact that thought it was my brother. But I heard the door to the bathroom close. That was number 1.
No,
this writer
stop.
proceeds
You're
to
done.
write number 2.
This person is fired.
BOGO. We got a BOGO story here.
Oh my gosh. Not the hunch. The hunch sent me. Like if it was a sophisticated walk.
I'm a sophisticated cat.
I don't even know what you said, but okay.
Number 2. I don't remember what I was doing or what was happening, but it was just a normal day. I was walking towards the front door through that little open area where the cabinets and shelves were. Two of my younger sisters were playing inside. There was this weird feeling that came over me, and I stopped. I turned towards the kitchen.
No, don't look.
And stood there. I was trying to process the feeling. I can't explain it other than weird. And I felt multiple sensations: weightlessness, heavy, dizzy, vertigo, and fear. I had a second to call out, "Go get mom," before I fell.
Stop.
I didn't crumble like a feint. I went backwards like a stiff board, straight onto my back.
All right.
My arms were straight against my side. I felt my body and head hit the carpeted floor. Oh, was I supposed to stop with the whistle? Okay. What?
No, keep going. Just
I like peanut butter.
Stop it. Keep going.
Yum, yum. I felt my body and head hit the carpeted floor, but there wasn't any pain. The only thing I could feel was my body being pulled down.
Stop.
Have you ever been on a gravitational ride where it spins so fast you were sucked to the padded walls? It was like that. Instead of being fun, it was terrifying. It felt like something was trying to pull me through the floor. The pressure was massive, like I was being crushed.
Oh my
I
gosh.
couldn't move anything. I could not speak. I could see, but couldn't open my mouth.
Did the sisters go?
I would hope so. I honestly didn't know. I honestly don't even know if I was breathing. Not like I was dead, but like everything was suspended. I saw one of my sisters standing by my feet looking at me in horror. My other sister had run outside to get our mom. I had no idea how long it lasted, probably only a minute, if that, but it felt way longer.
Yeah.
The only thing I could focus on was to try and will my body up. I was sweating. Remember that my back was soaked, but it was all mental effort. I could not actually move. There was no strain against the force because I could not move anything. Right before my mom came through the back door, the pressure suddenly vanished. I shot up in all sorts of weird movements that I'm sure looked ridiculous. Felt fine, like nothing had happened. It took a while to not think I was crazy. I listened to a lot of spooky podcasts, and I've heard of 2 stories now of similar situations, demons or possessions. I don't know,
Oh
but
my
it's still a very
gosh.
vivid memory. There were a lot of other weird things that happened in that house, noises and voices, moving locations. My younger
Uh,
brother had a small baby used to sit in his crib and laugh and talk to something in the bedroom. Okay, our youngest brother, as a small baby, used to used to sit in his crib and laugh to talk to something in the bedroom. My
oh
mom
my
woke up a
gosh.
few times with scratches down her back or legs.
What the
I tried to
fuck?
research the area to see if anything happened. I could not find a lot of information. Even AI was unsuccessful. So no telling what it was.
Oh my gosh. So that house was literally, I wonder if there was like a basement or something.
Maybe they never found it.
Oh
Maybe
my
that's
god.
what that little hallway in the front actually went to, was actually stairs that went down and they just sealed it over.
Like the weird room? Oh my god.
Yeah, the one that didn't make any
What
sense.
would I don't even
Thank you for sharing. I hope you're okay.
yeah. What would your guess be for the polling? I mean, n- it's still terrifying. The hunch figure, yes, that could be like anything. Like that's you hear
Could be a
common.
not deer in there.
But no, like the polling, that's crazy. And like the fact it happened in like broad that's the thing when things happen in
These things are getting aggressive.
yeah, when it happens in broad daylight and then in front of people.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. Doesn't matter. It's not like oh,
I don't know. I don't know what it was, and I don't know if I wanna know what it was,
that's the
but
thing.
I'm praying for you.
Seek Jesus, people.
Seek Jesus.
One.
Ooh, uno mas.
Who is number one? Whose number was that? Yours?
That was the last number, which it was number 4. So
Thank
thank you,
you,
number
number
4.
4. Thank you. Anyways.
I feel like I'm losing hair as we
This is
speak.
bald by the end of this. Okay, here we go. This story was told to me twice as a boy. First by my grandpa and Uncle Ken, and then later a few details were filled in by their friend and Paradise local resident Bud Clemens. It is the Paradise murder suicide of the late
Ah,
1940s. Oh, okay.
what a
It
paradise.
It was around 1947 or 1948 that the following incident took place. Paradise, Michigan, at the time was a very small enclave consisting of the Yukon Inn, which was the local bar, and a gasoline station that also served as a general store.
This is
Oh my
where
gosh, that is
you
it?
don't
Just an
want to hear
inn?
that I'm cold. This is what I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine being alone in that store, just
Dude.
so cold.
Oh gosh. Um There was also a small business that made sawdust products, a small fishery harbor north of town, a handful of year round residents that worked for the businesses, and a Michigan State road maintenance depot just west of town. Also, recently started was a long range radar tower, which would become part of the NORAD early attack warning system. Oh my gosh.
All right.
And a crew of workers dismantling the German POW camp at 3 miles west of Paradise. This, along with some small logging operations, kept the community going. This was not yet the vacation destination it would become for the nearby Whitefish Point and Taquamanan
There's
Falls
an extra ON,
attractions.
but I think it's Tequaman.
The incident that follows concerns one of the road maintenance workers and his family that had moved into a hastily built cabin slash shack type home just a mile south of State Road 123. It'd be 123.
One,
And
two,
I
three.
just liked saying 123. And the intersection with Whitefish Point Road. The last name of the family was Garner. However, their first names have been lost to time. The family consisted of the husband, wife, 2 daughters, not yet 10 years old,
Nope.
and
It's a no.
and a toddler aged son. What was passed to me about them was that they were not church going people. There you go.
Hey,
And that
Jesus.
the husband had a severe drinking problem. Gosh
Oh,
dang it.
heavens.
Bud Clemens related to me that it was the result of horrors from his service in World War II that were coming back to haunt him. Oh. He had apparently served with the Marine unit on Sapin
I don't know.
as a flamethrower operator, and according to one night at the Yukon Inn, while heavily inebriated, he told Bud that he had burned alive not one, But 3 local Sapin families
What in the
in a
world?
fit of rage after some Japanese soldiers had used the homes as cover to ambush his unit. Oh, yeah, the PTSD, man. For years, he had kept the emotions, a mixed bag of hate, guilt, and yet also a certain satisfaction in the deed under wraps.
Have your eyes watered at all tonight?
No, I've just gotten chills.
I've got my eyes are like I'm like crying.
Okay, calm down. You're doing worse than me. However, he felt that he might be unable to suppress it, and he felt that a certain amount of rage was creeping back into his personality. Gosh, therapy probably wasn't much of a thing back then. Sure enough, the very next Friday and the one after that, he started fights at the Yukon Inn, nearly killing one young logger and almost getting strung up by the neck. Oh my gosh, by the logger's companions. In the end, cooler and more sober heads prevailed, and Garner paid the hospital bill for the facial fractures and the cost of the hospital in the Sault Ste. Marie.
Yep.
His angry outbursts were not only at the Yukon. The clerk at the store noticed his wife coming in with facial bruises on several occasions.
Oh
And
my
even the
goodness.
eldest daughter, not quite 10 years old, even had a bruise a couple times and was questioned by the local school teacher. On these occasions, they were attributed by the wife and daughter both to accidents around the house due to stacking firewood or not looking when they bent over to pick up blueberries or to pick blueberries. That still did not dispel the gossip among other wives. However, they had very limited contact with the family as they did not attend the local church or any of the other town events, such as the Blueberry Festival and such. Ugh, yeah,
I hate all of
that's
this.
such a shame. They were
Not a
not in the
fan.
area long either before the night of the incident took place. The day before the incident, Garner was seen in town far more drunk than he had been on other occasions, and much earlier in the day as well. It was a Saturday, so the Yukon Inn had opened early, and Garner was there as the door opened. He was like, he's obviously
He's
planning
not
on
a good.
doing something already.
Yeah, yeah.
Within an hour, he was drunk and angry, trying his best to needle someone over an argument into a fight. Ultimately, the township constable was called, and with the help of some sober patrons, they escorted him home, thinking he would sleep it off. Man, it just must not be a thing to like almost like a welfare check.
Well,
Anyways,
there's no one to do it. There's a constable. There's not even an
yeah.
officer.
About 2 hours later, still drunk but noticeably less so, he turned up at the gas station and bought 2 shotgun shells. It was all he could afford, according to the store owner, who was questioned after the incident. On his way, walking home, he threw an empty beer bottle at the passing car of the local pastor, who chose not to stop and pursue the matter. Wow, a pastor too. So, had he had stopped, ugh, he was not about to have a
So he
confrontation
was
of his own.
walking. I think the drunk guy was walking, and he threw
Yes,
the.
and he threw the
Oh.
bottle at the car of the pastor that was passing. The
Oh,
pastor
if
did not
pastor might have
stop.
been shot if he stopped.
I don't know. He was not
Yeah.
about to have a confrontation of his own. That was the last time Garner was seen alive. That night, a few residents heard 2 gunshots in the middle of the night, but as raccoons and coyotes are a problem in the area at night, no one thought anything of it until later. On Sunday, no one was concerned as the family did not attend church and the Yukon Inn was closed on that day. However, on Monday, neither of the older daughters were in school and the husband did not report for work. There was lots of work to be done on County Road. 123 was being covered in asphalt for the first time. On Tuesday, again, none of them showed up. The school teacher stopped by to check on the girls and give them their school assignments so as not to get behind if they were sick. What she saw on the porch was a lot of blood splatter and a shotgun laying on the ground nearby. She could hear no noise nor see any movement or lights within, which all combined frightened her, and she drove into town and stopped to tell the owner of the gas station and suggest that they should get the township constable out there. Probably.
Yeah.
The township constable lived at 4 Mile Corner, and with 123 being dirt at this time, it would take a little over an hour to get there, but he was now on his way. In the meantime, thinking
Yeah.
someone may be hurt, the gas station owner went across the street to the Yukon Inn and got a few men to go with him to check things out at the Garner house. Bud Clemens was one of them. This is what he told me. Quote, When we arrived, we could see that their 39 Oldsmobile was parked in the driveway. So Garner should have been home. God, our fat flipping
Our
cat up
cat's
there
making a lot of
thudding
noise
around.
above us. It's not pleasant.
Uh, we saw a lot of blood splatter on the porch, most of it on the ceiling and upper part of the wall. The shotgun was on the ground next to the porch steps. On closer inspection, we saw blood drops heading from there across the road and into the woods across the road. Before following it further, we would need to get some flashlights as it was getting dark out. Unquote. In October, it gets dark early in Michigan's Upper
Ugh.
Peninsula. Bud went on, quote, at this time, we heard a shout from the men in the cabin, and we went to check it out. What we found was the worst thing I had ever experienced in my life. In the small bedroom, we found two little girls dead
Ugh.
next to each other. We learned later on that they were strangled together, one by each of Garner's hands, right there on the floor. In the kitchen was an unsightly mess. The wife's body was still propped up against the sink, the hump of her head dripping into it.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. Whatever was left of her head had been blasted all over the wall and ceiling
Nice.
behind her. It was another 2 days before the body of their 2-year-old son was found by smell,
No.
stuffed through a slot in the front porch. The coroner's death report stated that he had been shaken to death, snapping the spinal cord from the brain.
Okay.
We tracked Garner's blood trail as far as we could go, which was about, I'm like smiling, but it's very nervous, awkward. Like I'm getting hot. Like,
Yeah, I'm warm too. I hate everything.
Yeah. We tracked Garner's blood trail as far as we could go, which was about a mile before we lost the trail in the cedar swamps and wetlands, unquote. Early that spring, a couple of bear hunters found Garner's remains about a half mile northeast from the Lorry Lakes area. Frozen stiff, half his head blown away from the shotgun blast when he tried to kill himself on the front porch.
So he walked that far?
Yeah.
I guess so.
I mean, people get shot in the head and yeah.
I hate all of that.
It's hard to believe that this story did not make much of a dent in the news, if any. I think there's a small blurb about it in the archives from the Newberry News, but not much else. It was well remembered by Bud Clemens and a couple of other old timers, including my grandpa and his brother, my Uncle Ken. Otherwise, this horrific incident may have been lost to time. I've written down here the story as I best remember it being told to me and combined all the elements given from the three of them. Wow.
Hate it. Hate it.
That was so sad.
It's like, it's wrong. And it's not even supernatural. It's just evil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
like, I don't know. Just imagine if that pastor stopped.
what's the pastor going to do? The guy's known for fighting people. He probably should
You
have been
don't
hung.
know. A
when he
man of
almost-
God. You don't know.
I mean, maybe, but honestly, maybe he should have been hung after he almost killed the one guy in the bar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
what
it's a
the
long
rules are
time
back
ago,
then.
too.
I don't know. Yeah. But
Oh my
at least
goodness.
the kids are in heaven.
Yeah.
All right. This
Well,
is fun.
this is a
I
good
can't wait to
time.
do this again next year.
We have another number.
Oh, hold on. Who was this? This was
number one.
Number one.
Thank you, number one.
Wow.
You've depressed us.
It really hits home
I hate
hard when you also have toddler boys.
Yeah. Not fun.
No, that was oh, wow.
Yeah. Anywho, we have number 6 now. Oh my gosh.
Just don't let there be children. Let
Just
it just
don't-
be adult suffering. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I
Like
can
let
deal
the
with
adults
that.
suffer. It's the kids that like
Oh my gosh.
wife beheaded. Fine.
And still, that was
Children
pretty wild.
ex-nayed. Not okay.
I
no,
can't even
that
imagine.
I'm so sorry for that family. But anyways, I hope they're
Number 6. Hello, number 6.
Hi, number 6. Welcome.
Thank you for writing in today.
Thank you for ruining our lives.
Number 6 says, it was 1997. We were living
Ooh.
at my grandmother's old house. My mom and stepfather had been renting from her as far back as I could remember. The house was old and decorated as though the 70s showed up and never left.
Oh my, the 70s. Get
the
out
70s
of here.
be rocking it. The house always made sounds, creaking, settling, rattling. I think it's worse reading than listening to you talk. Like, I'm sitting over here zoning out as you talk because it's just horrifying.
Well, it's like Naturally, that's how it works. Anyways, keep going.
This is this is why I'm like crying almost reading this. Anyways, the house was
The goosebumps are
they're
insane.
insane.
It is like looking at a freaking turkey
I
or a
can't.
chicken carcass.
I can't do
Like
it.
defeathered. Anyways.
My legs look like a chicken carcass, everyone. The house always made sounds, creaking, settling, rattling pipes, but one day they were different. It sounded like a steady thud coming from the basement. Thum, thum.
We know what a
Thud. I could hear it clearly while I sat at the kitchen table. The doorway down there was just inside the kitchen. It always seemed to start. Oh my gosh, my eyes are like watering.
Do you need me to read?
Nope. As soon as there was a break in the noise and the commotion of the house,
my gosh.
thud, 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 like someone dropping something on the basement floor. As soon as I would focus on it and bring attention to it by telling my mother or stepfather about it, the sounds would stop.
Of course.
And I got the usual, an old house. Must be a raccoon in the wall. Hey, listen, if it's a raccoon in the walls, you still got to take care of it.
Must be a raccoon.
The usual. Oh, it's usually Racky the raccoon.
Randy the raccoon just thumping around. Gosh damn it, parents. Listen to your kids.
Gosh, there's a raccoon in the wall. Still take care of it.
Oh.
The thudding steadily became more and more frequent and slowly transformed into a knocking. Usually in groups of 3, usually on the floor around where I was standing, at first only when I was alone, but it started happening while I was around my siblings or parents, and no one but me could ever seem to hear it, no matter how loud the knocking was. I'm like literally almost crying.
You need. Wait, are you like?
I can't. This is why you all like to watch me play scary games.
Defense mechanism sweeps.
Like, at least it's not blood, like the lizards that squirt blood for defense.
That's what you would be.
I know, that's my spirit animal. Now the basement was always off limits. I have to read this in a little fun voice. Now the basement was off limits.
Don't ruin the vibe.
Why was the basement always off limits? Did the parents know it wasn't a raccoon down there?
I'm sure they knew something happened.
Something about it being full of my long past grandfather's old tools and belongings, but my young curiosity got the better of me. I had to see what it was making all those sounds.
Oh my god.
I finally woke up the courage to venture down there. Found an old flashlight and opened the door, looking down the stairs with the cobwebs and dust covering everything. I could see in the dim beam of light, cool air rushed up at me, and a small smell of old dank basement hit me like a wet dirt and mold. I walked slowly down. Who the hell is this?
I don't.
Stop. Stop it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're not them. You're not them.
Oh, what I just copied and pasted Batman.
When I walked slowly down and found a light switch, and when I flicked it on, nothing happened. The bulbs were probably burned out, I thought. Then there was a rattle, as if a pile of metal cans was knocked over. It scared me a little. It scared me a bit, but I kept looking around, trying to see what could have possibly made the noises. The door at the top of the stairs slammed shut.
Stop.
I bolted back up the stairs.
Oh my gosh.
Dropping my flashlight on the way.
No.
And I tried to open it, but it was shut fast. And almost like it was locked.
Oh my god.
Scraping footsteps started on the floor, making their way slowly to the bottom of the stairs. Then one stair at a time, the footsteps got closer.
Stop.
We bring you this intermission to tell you about our fancy new product. Two Pews in a Pod have no merch, but you tell us what you want.
You literally have tears in the
I am
corners
literally
of your
crying. This is...
All right, keep going. Be strong. Oh.
Where was I?
Oh, just something going up the stairs.
This person had to have made it out of this, right?
Want to be like, and this...
And it just,
was the story
phone
of my
starts typing as it continues.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Anyways, scraping footsteps started on the floor, making their way slowly to the bottom of the stairs. And then one stair at a time, the footsteps got closer.
Oh my gosh.
When they were a step or two away from the door opened, and my stepfather was in the doorway, furious I had gone in the basement. What are
Oh,
you doing down
okay.
there?
Not that actually scaring me.
You could break something or get hurt.
Get hurt. Yeah, get
When I tried to explain, it was the
unalived.
same as the usual dismissal. I'm making it
Oh
up,
my
or I have an
gosh.
overactive imagination. The sounds went on for months, increased in intensity. As soon as I
Oh
would
my.
walk into the front door, I would be greeted with knocking or pounding on the floor beneath me, following me wherever I went in the house.
Oh my
I
gosh.
found out we were moving, as we found out
Hallelujah.
we were moving as my parents were getting a divorce, and
Oh,
whatever was
oof.
making the sound seemed angry at the idea of us leaving. But still, I was the
What does
only
that
one
mean?
that could ever hear it. Objects in the house started being moved to little things. At first, a book. Um, Here, my stepdad's coffee mug would end up completely different room to the kitchen cupboards being emptied and everything being scattered on the floor.
Oh my
Of course, I
gosh.
got blamed for acting out due to the divorce. The knocking and
Oh,
footsteps were always there whenever I was in the house, so I spent a majority of my time outside. I would wake up to breathing raspy and warm right next to my head, but whenever I would look to see, there was nothing, silence. I remember the last week we were in that house, it seemed like the whole place was being turned inside out, our possessions being scattered around after they had been packed, and at night, I could hear those footsteps almost stomping up and down the stairs and pounding on the walls
oh
the
my
whole way up
gosh.
and down the basement stairs.
Why do you think you're
I
crying?
don't know. I think it's just who knows?
You're just sweating from your eyeballs.
Yeah, man. Can't believe I'm forcing myself to
You
do
get a
this.
gold star. You made Trevor cry.
Oh my gosh. It all culminated on the night before we left the house. The footsteps were all throughout the house, stomping angrily the whole way. The pounding in the walls intensified. They seemed to shudder. The lights would flicker when I turned them on in a room, and the whole time this was happening, everyone else in the house went about the routines like nothing was
How
happening.
this person must be insane by now. I'm so sorry.
Oh man, the last sleep was restless, I would imagine. Okay.
I would've just been
The breathing
outside.
became voices,
Oh
unintangible but angry. I hid under my covers, praying for sunshine.
my
The last
gosh.
moments in the house, as I was walking towards the front door, stomping footprints and pounding on the walls seemed to pursue me. Lights flickered, and the air felt heavy, almost as if the house was trying to keep me there. I sprinted my way to the front door, and as soon as I crossed the threshold, silence. No knocks, no stomping,
Thank gosh.
footsteps. The heaviness in the air disappeared, almost like it never happened. I told my parents and siblings on the drive away from that place about everything that was happening. I was met with more of the overactive imagination, and I was making things up because of the situation with my parents. No one believed me. I still think about that house almost 30 years later, and oftentimes wonder myself if I was just making things up. Was my mind playing tricks on me? Was I going through a mental break due to the divorce, my broken family dynamic? And was I reaching out for attention? There's actually a tear falling from my cheek.
I s
That is what
I witnessed
Kennedy
that
is laughing.
live.
And I was reaching out for attention, or was there something sinister in that house, or what would have transpired if we had stayed there? Thank you, number 4.
Oh
I
my
think that was
gosh.
that. Wait, that was number 6. Thank you, number 6.
Number 6 would have turned into Garner. I think number 6 would have gone absolutely insane. I'm so sorry, number 6. Thank you. I'm so happy you're out of that house. Why do parents not listen to their
Oh
kids?
my gosh.
Like, even when our oldest is like, "There's a monster in the closet," it's like
I hate that every time he does that.
but it's like you reassure, like, pray to Jesus I mean, yeah, that's a whole different thing, but still, it's just like, kids
Oh,
know something. I don't know if this is a kid. It gave kid vibes.
I don't know how old either, but it may have been. Who knows how long they were there for?
That's just crazy. Have you seen the movie Monster House? Like, it was
The
like that 3
animated movie
yeah, like, it gives those I mean, way scary, but it gives, like, that house was alive with
could be
something.
that. Yeah, could be Grandpa down there.
Oh, dude.
Angry ass Grandpa.
Okay.
Second to last.
So gosh, this needs to be over.
Ugh,
Okay. Oh, my
one
favorite
more.
number, number 5.
Okay.
We're almost there. Okay. Number 5.
Mhm.
Here we go. Okay,
Nope.
it's a little bit shorter.
Oh,
Number 5. Um, I don't usually tell people the story because it sounds so unbelievable. Nice. I was getting dropped home after a meal with my dad and brother.
okay.
It was getting dark out, and at the time, I lived near a park with a wooded area. Ugh.
Nice.
As we drove past the park, I saw this creepy as hell creature. Kind of looked like a rake, which is a weird dog human hybrid thing. It was under a streetlight on all fours, close
Nice.
enough for me to distinguish. It was too big to be a dog, looked human, but not. Had a really eerie appearance and a seriously messed up face.
Yep.
Legit like something out of a horror film. I honestly thought I was hallucinating or something, but when I turned and looked at my brother, he looked horrified. I asked him, "Did you see that?" And he responded, "Yes, I did. What the hell was that?" Didn't sleep well that night, but the creepiest part is that when I bring this up to my brother now, years later, he doesn't remember it at all. Nice. Wow. Has no
The
memory of it ever
for
happening. Still have no idea what it was that I saw that night, but it was absolutely terrifying. Oh my gosh, why is it just chilling under a light? Oh my
trying
god,
to
I'm just
catch
glad.
bugs. Maybe it was just an anteater
Number
eating.
5, I'm glad you were in a car and not like walking.
Your brother sucks.
And that sucks that you carry that weight,
How
that like
dare he
that horrible memory
lock
with
that in a
you.
compartment where he can't remember?
Oh gosh. Well, I'm glad
Ah,
you're safe, number 5. I'm sorry, and thank you for submitting.
dang it, man.
Hey, bring it home, Trev. You got it. Nose is running, tears are flowing.
The snot is glistening in the
The
camera.
tears are actually
All right,
wild.
we got number 9. Good old number 9. And so another 2 stories.
Double whammy.
Why have I gotten 2 bogos?
Do you need me to take the other
Nope.
one? Okay. All right, you got
My
it.
destiny.
Stoic.
I have 2 stories for you. The first was when I was in 7th grade. My friend Mark was moving the next year out of state. My parents went to the city for an evening of who knows what. Maybe dinner, play, something. My sister, who was 4 years older, was also home with Mark and I, but she was on the phone with her boyfriend. The tears are coming. In my parents' room. And back then, phones were stuck to the wall, or at least by a
Ooh.
cord or rotary dial. It must have been in the summer since it was warm that night. Mark and I had eaten and we'd been playing outside and were waiting for a movie to come on that night. So it must have been Creatures Features, a program that played. I think my dad watched Creatures Features.
It sounds really familiar.
A program that played scary movies on, I believe, Saturday nights. So, anyways, we were in my room just talking about whatever that was important for a couple of kids at that age. Our house was on a hill. We had a driveway that was really steep and went from the road down to the double garage. The inside garage door to the house went to the laundry room. My older brother had a bedroom my grandpa had built for him by taking the laundry room, cutting it in half, and the room had a bathroom and a sliding glass door that went to an 8-foot fenced in patio. Anyways, you had a door at the other end of the laundry room that went out into our kitchen. And the appliances to the right, a door to the left that went to the dining room and the eating area, and had a bar area with a door that went to the eatery and the front door. Okay, getting a layout. Here we go.
Yeah, that's never a good sign.
Never, when you have to preference what the house was
Do
like.
we not remember the one from the Florida house?
Didn't like
Got
it.
the layout and
Yep.
look what happened.
Yep. If you went through the dining room door, you could walk past the table and into the vaulted ceiling family area and came around with a very tall rack wall to the entryway. The dining room had a sliding glass door and the family room had 2 sliding glass doors. A lot of sliding doors.
I'm not liking these sliding glass
Why
doors.
are there so many sliding glass? That's how many doors?
And I don't
do
like
you
that
need?
the one brother's bedroom has a sliding glass.
Nope, that
Ugh.
ain't it. There was a door at the end of the entryway that led to a long hallway that had 4 bedrooms and 2 baths. Big home. First story
Yeah.
on the right was a bath. The next door on the hall was my bedroom, and I had sliding windows. Next door on the left was my sister's, who had a sliding glass door. Next door on the right was my oldest sister's bedroom, and it had 2 windows, and next to her door was my parents' room with a sliding glass door and a window. And a window in the bathroom. Now I got the layout of a house. Dude,
Okay.
the amount of windows and doors
Obviously,
is a
everything
problem.
is staring
Are
inside
there
this house.
walls? Can there
Might
be
as well not
walls?
be. It's a freaking glass house.
Anyway, so Mark and I were in my bedroom, and my sister was in my parents' room with the door closed and talking on the phone. Took my screen off my window in the summer so I could sit up on my window and kind of hang outside. Mark was sitting on my bed, and I was sitting and hanging out the window while we talked. I had my hands on the wall and the other hand on the solid part of the window, and I would be able to lean back like a swing out in the front yard. And we were talking, and it was dark, and we were killing time till the movie. I
Oh,
had reclined out the window like I had done many times before. No. That night, I l I looked over to my right, and there was
don't
a
look.
face looking right into mine. It was a
Oh,
man. He did not smile,
oh my
say
gosh.
anything, just looked into my eyes, and we were at the same height. I don't know how long I saw it, but I flew back into my
Oh
room and
my
slammed
god.
the window shut. I screamed to Mark that there was a guy outside. I don't know if he believed me or not, but all of a
Mark,
sudden the
believe him.
window slider was being pulled back and forth and was trying to come
Oh
in.
my gosh.
Luckily, when the window was slammed, the lock on
Oh,
the
it
window
locks.
latched.
Thank
So
gosh.
it was not opening. We
Oh.
screamed and ran into the hall and into my parents' room and told my sister. She was upset at first, thought we were being punks and trying to ruin her call, but she hung up and came down the hall with us. And
Thank
we
gosh.
headed towards
People are
the
smart.
kitchen. And while we were going by the entryway, the double front door of all of a sudden got pulled on really hard. Someone was trying to forcefully open
No.
it, but thankfully it was locked, and we ran past the door, went into the eating area, and slammed the kitchen door, which did not have a lock on it. Now my sister believed us and went and shut the door to the dining room and the laundry room. There was a yellow phone on the wall in the kitchen, and my sister called for the operator. There was no 911 in those days. I remember the operator telling her that she would get a hold of the police department.
Please hold.
Oh my gosh. We lived in a town where there were 2 police officers. They were responsible for the town and the surrounding area. Their only problem was the area was really large, and
Oh my
for
god.
us to get to town and where the station was a 20-minute drive, and for the police to make a drive around the whole area would take a 45 to an hour. So, it all depended on where the police were and when he could get there.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm good. The door stopped being pulled violently, and we knew he had left the door and was headed for the next door, which was the garage door. We heard him start trying to pull open the first garage door. When we went and got some utensils to protect ourselves, Mark grabbed a knife, and as my sister and I grabbed pizza cutters. Back in
Oh
those
dang.
days, the cutter was a wooden handle with a wooden handle with an oculate, so you could slip it over your knuckles like brass knuckles.
Oh.
But when then you had a sharp stainless blade on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's almost like he's got bladed knuckles. Cool.
Yeah.
Smart. Okay. Not like a roller like we're used to.
Still, that would do damage.
Yeah. My sister was at the door to the entryway, and Mark was at the door to the dining room, and I was at the door for the laundry room. Every time he'd pull on a door, our hearts would beat even faster, and the pounding in our hearts was so strong. He finished with that door, no noise. And then the other door started being pulled. Again, each pull was
Thank
just
gosh
a heart
everything
attack
is
feel,
locked.
and we were scared to no end. No, yeah, I would be too. The only good thing was when it pulled over and over, at least we knew the door was locked and we were safe. The pulling stopped on the second door as we thought we were safe, and the person would run up the driveway and be gone.
Oh.
Then we heard someone jumping onto the fence that was around the patio. We knew he was heading to the back of the house, and we could get and we got even more scared. He then
Why?
worked his way to my brother's bedroom, sliding glass door, and started rattling. Again, it was locked. Then it stopped, and we heard him open the gate and head towards the dining room, trying to slide open, and it was just terrifying. And then remembered that he had opened the second slider in the living room area, and it was only a screen. Locked, but just a screen. When I mentioned,
Oh
oh, there
no.
was just a screen. Okay. When I mentioned that to everyone, it became like the whole world slowed down. Each pull on the slider was taking forever, and with each noise, the loss of breath inside grew stronger and stronger. He left the dining room door and went to the first family room door, and the terrible sound of trying to force open grew louder, and the feeling inside was even more unbearable. We knew that when he got to the next door, that was it, because that door didn't have a lock. He would be in the house, and then all we could do was wait and try to hurt him before, in our minds, he would kill us. The worst sound in the world was when, after a long time at the slider, the noise stopped, and we knew
Oh
he would go
no.
to the next door, and that was it. The only thought was
Oh.
being killed, and hopefully for me was to punch him with the pizza cutter and maybe save our lives. It
Oh.
seemed like forever as I could, in my mind, see him getting madder than it seemed he was already walking to the last slider door because he couldn't get in.
Yeah, he was just pissed.
I could barely breathe. I was not crying like me. Just scared like never before that I could remember.
The
I knew
chills.
by then he would have gotten to the door and there was no noise since all he would have to do is just
Oh.
cut the screen and walk in.
So he's in the house.
The only thought was which door he was coming into, the dining room or the entry door. Then a sound was heard that I had not thought of or planned. Dogs barking and growling. Our two dogs were just cruising around the neighborhood or just around the property came and they were barking and growling. There was a
Oh.
lot of noise, and then I could hear them heading around to the back of the house and fading till nothing. We sat there
Oh.
for I have no idea how long, waiting for that one door that would open, and then we would try to live. After no idea how long, we finally realized the dogs were gone and he must be
Oh.
too. We finally got the courage to go through the dining room door, look into the living room and the screen door. It was intact and we ran over, slammed it shut, and locked it.
Oh my gosh.
We
The
then ran to my
dogs.
sister's and parents' room and made sure they were locked. We called the operator again and told her what had happened, and she said the police were on their way. We never saw the police. I have no idea how long until my parents came home. We did not even go open the door. We waited until they came and found us, and we told them what happened. I remember my dad looking around the house and the yard and then called the operator, or maybe they called the house or it was the police or something. From what my dad told us was that when the office had to turn off the main road towards our house, he drove right past the junior high school with the 3 baseball fields in the whole town would use for baseball league, and outdoor baseball courts and so on. He saw a person running across the fields towards the main road with 2 dogs chasing him.
Oh my
Okay, so
gosh.
that's where I okay.
Amazing
And he stopped
dogs.
and arrested him. I guess that was a sight that the police did not normally witness, so the police decided to arrest him then and there, which was good. The police came and investigated the next day and turned out that the guy lived in our county, but in a different town. He had taken a ladder from our neighbors and put it on their house to second floor bathroom window
Oh my
and was
gosh.
peeping Tom. No idea why he tried to get in our house,
Oh my
but
gosh.
since nothing happened to us, his attempted break-in and murder or whatever his intention wasn't added to his record, and
Oh,
we never
oh
heard
my.
anything more. I do know for the rest of the time we lived there, which was 5 more years, I never had a door that was unlocked nor window open
Oh
once
yeah.
it got dark.
Oh my gosh.
That was story 1. This guy went through that, and
Stop putting so many glass
it's another
entryways.
long one too.
All right, we're really driving it home.
The
Oh,
second story,
thank gosh for the dogs.
story time.
Okay.
Good job, dogs. Sorry, number 9.
What do you think? Do you think
Yeah, dude, I think the guy's just a freak, so, I mean, he could have hurt him.
went from peeping Tom to just I want to
Yeah, there's
hurt
a couple
children?
kids, he probably could be loose in the brain, who knows?
Oh, oh my gosh.
I
I
don't
can't
know.
even. Anyways, all right.
The second story is from when I was 8 years old. My parents went out one Saturday night, they always went out on Friday or Saturday nights. Okay? Guess I'm never leaving the house again.
No, I'm never leaving. I don't.
They
Life?
always
What?
went on Friday or Saturday nights as there was no school the next day, so they wouldn't let my oldest brother and sister babysit. My sister, who was 4 years older, and me, we had in the past had professional sitters, but we were so wild that they all quit. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And my parents had to wait until my older siblings were old and responsible enough to do it. Anyways, my oldest sister, who none of us kids liked, was in her room. So that was a blessing. She had done some really mean things to us growing up and did some physically bad things also. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
My brother, who was probably 15 at the time, was hanging out with me and my second oldest sister playing around. Not much to do at our house at night. So We stayed up late, which meant we got to watch a movie or TV. On Saturdays meant you could watch Channel 2, which was this guy named Bob Wilkins, and his show was called Creature Feature. There we yeah. All right. He would sit in a chair, and I think an old rocking chair, and smoke a cigar and had a skull with a candle lit on it and talk before and after commercials and at the end. So he would have horror, adventure, and just strange movies. And that night, it was the scariest of them all, Night of the Living Dead. Okay.
Oh.
Was the first zombie movie I ever saw. It's one of the first zombie movies ever made. And when the zombies came to life, they ate the people who were not zombies. Very scary. Made 1968, and I saw one part once when I was snuck a look since I was not allowed to see it, and it terrified me. My
Ugh.
brother convinced my sister and me that we would really like it. And since my parents were not there, we could watch it. So it started at 8 or 9 p.m. when it was well dark outside. The three of us
Yeah.
turned the lights off, sat in front of the TV, and started the movie.
Don't
It
turn
was
the
in black
lights
and
off.
white, and I never watched it since that time. I remember some group of people being held up in a house, and these dead zombies trying to get in and eat them. They were both men and women zombies, and I remember someone got caught, and they were eating his
Okay.
limbs.
I want to interrupt you. I'm a little worried about the story because, as you saw in the first story, they made sure to point out all of the stinking details, the windows and the doors. I'm hearing a lot of zombies.
This
I'm
guy's got
not
zombies.
I'm not liking it. Yeah. Okay. I'm just preparing.
This first documented occurrence of zombies.
What do we have
Here we go.
here?
Anyways, Night of the Living Dead. I've seen it. Me, Trevor, seen it. It's fine. It's black and white. It's older film, but it's good. They were both men and women. I was looking at the TV, and right behind the TV was the center sliding glass door to the dining. This guy's in the same dang house.
What?
All this
Yes.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
He
This is the worst house to be in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, this person is younger in this story.
Oh my gosh. I remember looking to the right of the TV console, and there in the window was a zombie. You're right. There were zombies. She was wearing a white, here come the tears. She was wearing a white dress, black hair, red lips, and her face was pure white, like painted with white paint. I couldn't see her eyes, and she was pressed up through the window. I remember being so scared that I could not believe what I was seeing. I remember trying to tell my brother and sister that there was a zombie. I remember making some smart remarks, and I was like, no, there is one. And he dismissively said there was a lot of them. I was shaking, seeing the zombie at the window trying to eat me and wanting in. My brother was laughing and making fun of me. I had no idea what my sister was doing until the sliding door opened and walked in the zombie. There was total silence, then pure panic. I started coming at us. My brother grabbed us by the wrist and ran through the kitchen, through the laundry room, and then his room was added on. So there was a pocket door to his bedroom, so they could lock that door. We were huddled together, not knowing what to do, and there was banging and kicking on the door.
Oh my gosh.
With each pound, the door would shake and sound like it was going to break in. Every bang, your heart would either stop or beat just as loud. Then all of a sudden it stopped. We all sighed in relief as the zombie was gone.
No, it's not.
We were standing there deciding what to do next, and then a big butcher knife came through the space between the wall and the pocket door. It started hitting the hatch of the pocket door to unlock it and get in. Seeing that the zombie had a knife, we knew it wanted to kill us.
Okay.
My brother was trying to hold the latch, but it was just too hard with the knife jutting in. We were all screaming, and my brother said to open his sliding glass door so we could go out into the patio area and get away. When you went out his door, you could turn right, and there was a gate that went to the backyard and surrounded by laurel bushes, some sort of flower bush that lined the back edge for privacy. And we were probably 5 feet tall and planted right next to each other, so it was like a bushy fence. If you turned left, there was a path that led next to the garage, and there was a gate that went to the driveway. After one more stroke up from the knife, my brother let it go, latch, and took me and my sister by the wrist, headed out the patio. Instead of going right to the lawn, he took us left and went to the driveway. We got to the driveway and ran up to the top. Once there, we were trying to figure out which way to run, either up the road to the neighbor's house or down the road to the neighbor's farther away. It seemed like we were standing up there for a long time and no idea what to go up or down. When he said to us stay here and he was going back to see if the zombie had left.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Don't just run away.
And if he did not come back in 5 minutes, that we were to run up the hill to a neighbor's since there was closer than the downhill neighbors. We did not want him to go at all. And then the thought of him leaving us was unbearable. So while he headed
Oh
back
my
to the house, my
gosh.
sister and I hid in the
Yeah.
shadows waiting for his return. We were so scared and watching anxiously to see who came back the driveway, him or the zombie.
You're dead
Not
inside.
I am dead inside right now. This is wild. Not sure if it were more or less than 5 minutes since neither my sister nor I had a watch, but after some time, our brother returned and said
Oh,
it was safe to return. And we were terrified at the thought, and he explained what happened.
oh.
He had gone back to the gate and went back to the patio area. He said he snuck back into his room since he did not see the zombie on the patio and saw his door to the laundry area was wide open.
Oh, so yeah, it did
He
get
grabbed
in.
his pellet pistol and some ammo and went back outside. And that's when he noticed the gate to the yard was open. He snuck around until he could see the backyard and said he saw the zombie going from bush to bush, slashing the bushes with a knife.
No.
He stopped at the gate and took aim and fired. The zombie fell over, made some noise, and limped away towards the
Oh my
back of the
gosh,
house,
unload all bullets.
where there were 4 different trails to get off the property and easily disappear.
Okay, of
We
course.
finally went back into the house, and he made sure the house was zombie-free and doors and windows were all locked. We were grateful that he had taken us up the driveway and not back into the yard to hide in the bushes. Otherwise, that zombie would have found us and cut us up.
Yeah.
When my parents came home, we told them the story. I'm sure they probably did not believe us. My dad turned on all the outside lights and went out to investigate. Sure enough, he found the large knife, but nothing else. Later, I remember my mom asking about her eldest sister if she was okay. And to be honest, no one even thought of her
Oh my
because of
God.
how much we feared her. My dad went to the room and was gone for a long time. I was sure that she must have been torn apart by the zombie and was eaten. And he was trying to find all the pieces. He was 8. When he finally came out of her room, he announced that he had found the zombie. What a relief. I was sure he killed
What?
it and chopped it into a million pieces so it would never be able to harm anyone again. Turned out that my sister was in her room, lying on her bed crying, as she had been shot in the butt cheek and the pellet was still embedded in her.
I'm sorry.
All I know is she could have killed one of us with that knife. My brother was my hero for a while doing what he did. And my older sister was really the devil in disguise. I have never finished watching the movie. He says he'll never watch that movie.
Then what happened? Does
went on.
sister get sent off to loony bin camp? Hey, I found the zombie.
Not back in those times. They don't have police
Oh
officers.
my God. I'm trying to think what I
Insane asylums might have still been legal
would
back
run
then.
away. There's no way. I'd run away.
Yeah.
I could not live in a house with.
That's like, what are you gonna do? Like, she could.
Wait, I'm sorry. Your sister just. Thank you, number 9.
Thanks, number 9, for those marvelous stories.
How you doing, Trev?
How are you doing, Kennedy?
I feel like a clam.
Yeah. Not gonna sleep tonight. I'm gonna make some coffee.
Yeah, I need some ice cream.
Anyways, pray for all of you. Hope you're all doing pretty good. Thank you for
Sincerely.
the stories.
Thank you very, very much.
You know, in all reality, we don't have to be scared. We shouldn't be living in fear. We are good. We're gonna encounter spooky stuff. Everyone's going to, whether it's other people, maybe supernatural.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, most of these stories, at least the people that are still alive to tell their own
Yeah.
tales. I mean, like the dogs coming in, like the
Yeah.
creep had one more door left and the dogs just came in.
Oh, that door didn't have a
I
lock,
don't-
so that was a lot of spooky stories tonight. So
No, thank you very, very much for taking the time to write and to
Yes.
submit and
big
for
thank you.
just knocking our socks off and making Trevor cry.
Yeah, actual tears.
Well, if you had to give a medal to the scariest story, I think I remember which one made a tear roll down your eye. But all of the knocking
I
in
think
the
so
basement.
too. That might have been the scariest one. Like, I don't know.
And that's the thing. It's hard because like these last 2 stories are terrifying, but the fact that it's a person makes it more digestible.
Yes.
It's when it's something you can't see
Right.
makes it worse.
Right.
Because like, I mean, like that person was explaining the story, like I've got a weapon. At least maybe I can hurt it before it
Right,
kills
you had a
me.
fighting chance.
Like
You knew what was getting you.
like the one for the murder suicide. Like that is such a scary story. But the fact that none of it's supernatural. It's just
Right,
it's
it's
more
explainable.
digestible. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The being able to
Yeah.
explain it. So, jeez.
I don't like any of them.
Honestly,
So
they're all so
they're all
good.
really
Even the
good.
one with like, I'm still just picturing a hunched creature going into a bathroom. And
Yep.
the fact that like the two sisters were there as this person was getting like pulled into the car. All right, we got to do it though. Man, I want categories.
I hate all of it. You've all ruined my evening.
Gosh. I want to say the gold medal will go to the basement one, but everyone else gets a slightly
The
dimmer
basement
version of
one
gold.
has trauma. Like,
Well, and I think it's
that's
the fact
I mean,
that
I think
no
a few
one
of these have
else,
trauma.
no one else, like heard anything. It was only this one
Yeah.
person. Whereas, like I said, the ones you just read, it was a party. It was the siblings. The one
Yeah,
of
you all
the
alone, and that
person in
might
the
be why
Florida
it all does get
house.
the gold medal. Is because literally you are
Yeah,
alone
it
in
was.
that,
Yeah,
and that's just not okay. And you're
but
not alone in that. Technically, Jesus can be there with you, but
well, I think he was. But what I was going to say with the last two stories, the fact this person is alive to tell the tale, yeah, gives it more of an edge too.
right.
Like that's just crazy. Two encounters in that same house.
Yeah, it's a cursed house.
All when you're young. Like 7th grade is still not old. You're
No,
like a
that
teenager.
you're 13,
Yeah.
13 or 12.
So I think basement, you take the cake.
Good job.
I'm
I
so
hope you're
I'm
proud.
truly sorry. All of this stuff has happened to everyone.
Yeah, that's not right.
I think we all would love Aunt Nina.
Aunt Nina.
Or the simple, still a little creepy, the light flicking on when
Well,
you're
that
talking
was
about the
part of
person.
Aunt Nina,
No,
wasn't it?
that was another one.
That was another one.
Yeah.
Both wholesome.
Yeah. Wholesome. Oh my gosh. All right.
Anyways,
Well, guys, thank you very, very much for tuning in. And yes, thank you again for those who submitted. And if you're listening to this now and you have your own spooky story, you are still more than welcome to submit it. I mean, honestly, I was thinking about it. If we get enough somehow randomly, maybe we'll do another one next week. But I don't know if we'd have the heart. But we could definitely save for next year because I do think we'll make this a tradition.
no.
But no. Anyways, be safe this Halloween next week. However you're celebrating. And yeah. Believe people when they say they hear and see scary stuff.
Yeah.
Bam.
You know, even if they are crazy, they might not be that crazy.
True. Yeah, honestly.
All right, guys.
All
Appreciate
right.
you. Thanks for listening. We'll see you
GG's,
soon.
guys.
All right. GG's.